Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm back again with another really interesting coding interview question video. And again, we are gonna solve a premium level LeetCode question which I am bringing to you for free. Today we are gonna solve question number 760, Find Anagram Mappings. Let's get started with the problem statement. So basically we are given two integer arrays, nums1 and nums2. And you can see in this example, both are integer arrays. But the catch here is that nums1 and nums2 are both anagrams of each other. And both these arrays can have duplicate elements as well. Now what we have to return is a mapping array. And this mapping array is going to map from nums1 to nums2. Basically, in this array, this mapping will mean that if mapping I is equals to j, then the ith element in nums1 appears in nums2 at index j. Okay, so the position of that same value in nums2 is the value that is going to be in this array, and the index in this mapping array where it's going to be is the index same as that of the nums1 array. Okay, and if there are multiple answers, we can basically return any of them because we do know that this array can contain duplicate values. So it is possible that we might be returning for one value, one index, and another same value in different index. But it is possible because it can contain duplicate values. So two values may be at two different indexes, and we can flip them in our array. So it's fine. Now an array is an anagram of an array B, when basically means B is made by randomizing the order of the elements in A. So basically it's like jumble words, right? Like you have heard about jumble words where we just take the words in a different order and the letters in a different orders, and we create new words with it. So it's same as that of that. We just have all these numbers jumbled up and created a new array called as nums2, and now we just have to find out the position of all these elements in nums2 and return that as an array. You can see in this example nums1 is equals to these elements and nums2 is equals to these elements, and the output is 1 4 3 2 0. And how is that possible? So you can see that the 12th value of nums1, which is the first index 12, is present at index number 1 on nums2. So that's why the first element is 1. And if you can see 28 is present at index 1 in nums1, but the same 28 is actually present at index 4 of nums2, which is the last value of this array. So just like that, if you keep creating it, you finally will reach an output where you have the position of all the elements of nums1 in the nums2 array, and that will be your output. Another example, you can see that we have got nums1 84 46, and nums2 is actually same. It is also 84 46. So in that case your output will be 0 1, right? It will be a simple ordering of indexes here, which is also fine. Now we know about the problem statement. Let's look into some of the constraints that we can have here. So you can see that the length of the array can go from 1 to 100, and the second array's length is exactly equals to the first array's length because both are anagrams of each other. But the value of the numbers can go from 0 to 10 to the power 5, as they could be any valid integers. And nums2 is an anagram of nums1. So nums2 is an absolute anagram of nums1. There can never be a condition where nums2 has an element which nums1 doesn't have, or vice versa. Okay. So that is the problem statement, guys. Now we know what the issue is. We now have to find out what would be the solution of this problem. Okay. So first of all, guys, what we need to actually return here, we can just define that, right? We have to return a result set, and that is going to be a mapping array. Okay. So in that situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually define a mapping array here, and this is what we have to return. Now we know that in this problem statement, we have to return the positions of elements. Whenever you have got such type of question where you want to have the position of elements, or you want to find if this element and the other element is actually like a sum of each other or something like that, you always use the map data structure because it helps you find out the positions, and then you can store them corresponding to that particular number in a key value pair. Okay, so if I write about the solution approach, it is basically just this, that you have to first start creating a dictionary. So you create a dictionary index, And in this dictionary index, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start writing a key value pair where the key will be where the key will be the number. Okay, so that will be the number in the nums2 array. So let's say if the ith element of nums2 is some nums2 I, right? And the value will be the actual position of that nums2 element. Okay, so we just loop through all the numbers in nums2 array, and then we create a dictionary where we will have the number and the index or the position next to it. Okay, finally when we have this dictionary created, so create this dictionary for all the nums2 elements in nums2. Okay, finally when we have this created, all we need to do is iterate through the nums1. So iterate nums1 array, and for each and every number for the nums1 array, we can easily find out the index, and that index you can put it in your result set. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to just take this dictionary, we have to put the nums1 ith element into it, and there you go, we have got our position, and this position we can easily place in my mapping array. So that loop which finally ends will actually give you the result. It will be your mapping array. Okay, so then you can return the mapping array like this. Okay, so that will be the solution approach which can actually solve this problem. And we are using two loops here, but we can see that it still works quite good for this. So let's delete the solution approach and let's go to the code. Let me delete everything. So I'm gonna paste the code here, and let's go through the code also one time. Now you can see that this is how it looks, right? First we created a dictionary, and we loop through the element of nums2, and in Python we use range, so that's why we are gonna use for I in range up to the length of the nums2 array. Now for each and every ith element of nums2, we are placing it inside the dictionary index, and we are just using a simple statement, dict index num becomes equals to I, where key is the number and value is the I or the position. Finally, when this loop is over, we will go through all the elements in the nums1 array, and we are just going to take the result list. We're going to append all the positions of the number of nums1 array inside the dictionary, which we have already noted from nums2. So dictionary index.getNum, and that will become your result, and finally you're gonna return that results list. Okay, let's run this code, guys. Let's see how it works for our problem statement, and you can see that it passes all the test cases. If I submit it, then also you can see that it successfully gets submitted as well. Now that we know about the code, let's jump into the time complexity for this particular solution. So you can see here, guys, that we are using two loops here, and both the loops are iterating. One is iterating the nums1 array, other is iterating the nums2 array. So we will have a time complexity of order of n plus n, which you can say 2n, but if we round it off with big O notation, it's going to be a linear time complexity that is going to be order of n. Now let's talk about the space complexity here. Now with the space complexity also here, guys, you can see that first we created a separate list which we are returning as a result, and then we also created a map that is storing all our indexes for all the numbers. So that is why even the space complexity is equals to n plus n, but I'm going to mark it as linear, and it will be an order of n space complexity. Okay, so that was the solution for this problem statement, guys. I hope you liked this solution, and I hope your coding practice became a little bit better. If it did help you in any way, guys, please do write down in the comment section below how you like this video. If you have any more solutions to this particular problem, please do post, and so everybody in the community can be benefit. And do like this video, guys. Share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback for me, you can write those down as well in the comment section below. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notifications of more such programming and coding related videos. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Until then, take care and bye bye.